Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto Ballad of Gay Tony. I'm Mysterious JG. At the end of the last video, I said it could only be a few videos left before we're back on story missions. I forgot. I think I might do some club management on screen, at least to see if anything different and interesting can develop. So I might be putting off story missions even farther than I thought. I also want to apologize to Bobo. I got annoyed. I was already pissed off about something happening in game, and then like I got the bloop, 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 bloop message from Discord like 8,000 times in 4 seconds. And I was like, God damn it, Zerfall and Bobo are just like going off about something in our chat, and I didn't mute it. I went back. No, this is Zerfall by himself. He managed to post 6 things in a row. It's not. It's just because I forget to mute it. I probably should just set Discord so that it never notifies me when anything happens, and I just check it when I check it. That's my fault that I don't do that. But it reminds me of years ago when I think it was Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One was coming out, and Bobo had invited me along with a group of some of his local friends. So it ended up being like probably about maybe 5 or 6 people traveling in like 3 or 4 cars, all meeting to see this movie. And again, like I had my phone hooked up to the Bluetooth so I could listen to podcasts and stuff. The only downside being that the way it was set up at the time, anytime a text message came in when I was driving, I'd get the annoying notification. And my phone has that thing where if you don't answer a text within like 30 seconds or something, it bings the second time, even if it's just one text. I don't really know if there's settings to change it, but it is annoying. Like, I'll have a text I don't feel like answering, and then it'll go off again, and I'll never know, wait, did another text come in, or is it just the same one? Blah. So somehow he and our mutual friend Lagman and some other friends, haven't seen Lagman in years, such a good dude. But yeah, they were texting back and forth, like, where are you guys sitting? Have you guys parked yet? You guys want to get popcorn? Like, just inane shit. That's fine if you're in the passenger side seat and someone else is driving, and you're just texting back and forth. But I'm driving alone, and like, during the 15-minute drive to get to the movie theater, and I'm running just a little late, like 20 or 30 bings just drove me off the wall. Part of this is me not having a particularly patient personality. Part of it is me just not going in and adjusting the settings so these things don't happen. But there's still part of me that's like, why the fuck do you guys need to decide if you're getting popcorn or not? None of you are even at the theater. Who cares if you're parking in the same section of the... Ah! Anyway. I know for a fact Bobo will eventually get around to seeing this video, so please don't think I'm like talking smack about Bobo. I know he's going to see this message, and he will probably come back at some point and be like, hey, dude. It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, buddy, where you headed? In order to keep the terrorists out and protect
We are heading for a drug war. I mean, we have cousins who are brothers that we met when we were kids, and they kind of fought more than we were used to seeing brothers fight, but they also got along. We all played together and had fun.
Here we are.
For like years, like we didn't stay close to either of them because they were on the other side of the world. And years later, like literally, like I think he's kidding and I'm not sure, one of my cousins is getting married, and it's like, well, I invited my brother, who's in like he had moved to America from Ireland. His brother, also Bobo, my cousin, was in like New Zealand. It's like, well, I invited him. The fucker didn't bother to show up. And I was like, we thought he was kidding, and then it's like, no. I really do think it might be like not good. I'm getting married. Hey, brother, can you show up? Nah, it's too far. You're like, so like when Bobo, if like Bobo and I will squabble over whether he and Lagman texted too much on the way to Star Wars Rogue One. I showed up for Bobo's wedding. If I ever get married, I think Bobo will probably make the trip.
What we doing? What we always
He
do,
better. He's gonna have to be my best man.
Hey, technically, bro, you don't get paid that often. You mainly just grind away so you're asking break even. What specifically are we?
Does it involve a boat or a helicopter?
Specific a little bit. Okay, we busting open a convoy and taking this shit. How's your mom? She's okay.
We're taking this shit. How's your mom? Forget about it.
She a good woman.
How do you say forget about it in Spanish? It's got to be like a phrase that is the Spanish gangster equivalent of forget about it. Oh, apparently we're already, like, I think we cut off the dialogue, but it's being really close. You know that thing? You know it? Forget about it.
It's just up here.
Alright. Oh, this is gonna suck. It should be easy to steal because it's fairly slow. But it's gonna be a big pain in the ass to escape in this thing. And my asshole partners are gonna do nothing but shoot up the vehicle that we have to escape in. Also, it's not moving anywhere near as slow as I was hoping it would. Can I please adjust the camera to where I can shoot them? Oh fuck! No, don't park there. Okay. Don't set the truck on fire. Okay, so far so good here. This is about as good as we could have this go. They didn't. We killed both the guys in the truck. We killed at least one pursuit vehicle. I don't think anyone else will spawn until we steal this truck.
Can I use this?
Here's what I'm going to try to do first. I'm going to try to get out. See if any pursuit vehicles spawn just for me having got in. Because I don't... What I want to avoid is a situation where we have driven the truck.
Yes, we was. But we were born gangsters. Only you wanted to become a big shot.
Only you wanted to be good at it.
Honestly, thought it was preferable to killing fools with you.
Alright, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to move away a little far. Oh, no, never mind. There we go.
Wrong place to stand, motherfucker.
Okay. So that actually did work. What I'm trying to avoid is a situation where we started the truck moving and we get to where I can't safely leave the truck. Or if I try to get out of the truck, I will be immediately killed by 100 dudes. If we're on foot, we can probably engineer situations where we could take them out. In this case, we were really lucky. They parked here, and we managed to kill them. Because unlike the prior GTA, this is the first GTA game where you can, like, kill dudes in the vehicle by, like, target aiming for them through the windshield. Which is actually... I don't think I used it at all in vanilla GTA4. I'm using it a lot in Ballad of Gaytoni. It's really good. In fact, I mean, it will work against you. I got killed by a bunch of guys in that last drug mission because they were shooting me up while I was in the car. But yeah, I'm just trying to avoid a situation where we trigger... I can't deal with the pursuit because the minute we try to leave the vehicle, I'm already surrounded and killed. Or the vehicle itself just gets shot up while I'm trying to find a safe way to get out of it. Because the trucks are fairly durable, but I'm obviously not outrunning something while I'm in this. They move pretty fast. It's difficult to make sharp turns. Are you going to kill yourself? Wow. Okay, so one of our allies just set himself on fire and blew himself up. Good job, eh? He's still alive. He's still on the map as a... Yeah, he survived that. He went over there, stole a car that was almost destroyed, drove it into a lamppost, setting it on fire, setting himself on fire, blew up the car. Like, I read somewhere that they have a really high amount of health in these missions. There's your proof right there. Jesus.
Fuck the fucking weather.
Fuck the fucking weather. You know, sometimes the badass DJs on these, like, angry rock stations in the GTA 4 universe, or GTA universe, just sounds silly. And I think maybe That line, that may have been written with the idea that he would sound silly. Like, that genre of music can be fun. I don't think it's like, if you come across someone who can find enjoyment in those songs, that's one thing. If you find someone who thinks they're like high art, eh. There is apparently a hate rock song out there. I know there's a difference between like brutal hardcore and death metal and hate rock, and like I am not well versed. Hate rock is very specifically rock that is about like white supremacy and stuff. But there's apparently a hate rock song out there that takes the melody of "These Boots Were Made for Walking" and changes the lyrics to "These boots." I'm not saying this is a good thing. I just find it hilarious that somebody is like, their super cool way to fire up skinheads is to sing, "These boots were made for stomping," and that's just what they'll do. And someday, see, these boots are gonna stomp all over Jews. I don't approve of that message, but I find it hilarious. Like, wait, you're gonna take that song and make it about your anti-Semitic bullshit? What the fuck? I thought you guys took this seriously. I'm not saying it should be taken seriously, but I thought you were. Anyway, so we're only one drug mission short now, and we came out of that with full ammo, and I got a chance to talk about anti-Semitic music. So everything's really going well on this video. Let's see if we can't do one more. So either helicopter or boat. We're not going to get both. Assuming I pass this on the first try, which clearly I will. I've got a fantastic track record going. This would be our last drug mission. Let's see. We're going to end up with something totally generic you've seen 100 times, but let's go ahead. The Stash. That's a nickname for a guy with a mustache.
With a tale of how hard it is to sing in tune and keep on smiling when you've got strings around your wrist or a creaky man's fist up your ass. Swinging puppets.
Puppets.
Yeah, bro. We hit these motherfuckers.
Yeah, the pocketbook. Okay, whatever. We've heard this dialogue 100 times. I have. Maybe you haven't. I set that fucking Discord to stop notifying me. I did it for the chat, and one of them or the other is now sending me a direct message. I don't know how to. I'm not good with the technologies, guys. Every time we get together, me, Zerfall, Lethal, and Grimmeth, like, I'm the old man they make fun of. I mean, it's from a place of love, but it's a brutal, sadistic type of love that falls under the safe, sane, consensual BDSM banner. I'm being a weirdo today. All right. Let's just get this done. You and I, general viewer, let's agree right now. I'm going to win this thing. If I don't, it's your fault, but we're in agreement. I'm going to win this mission. Then we can throw down a manual save or two. Well, we've already got 30 of these missions done. And I know I've got to do at least one more mission before we get the machine gun pickup, but I may or may not have already done the missions to get us the shotgun pickup. I don't think I have, because the shotgun has like 2 types of ammo. Holiday camp. Oh, you want the pussy prison. I went to like real man prison. Anyway, yeah, I think we're actually short plot missions for both of the weapons I can't get pickups for yet. Well, I know for one of them. I know for the machine gun, it's a plot mission we haven't done because we have enough drug deals done. But for the shotgun, it's just possible that we'll immediately get the pickup, but I think we're missing it because the shotgun has like 2 different ammo types, and we've only seen one. So I think the other. Who else is shooting at us? Is anyone hitting us, or are we are exchanging fire with people who can't actually target us? This one is okay, so it is a boat related one. I definitely did this. I could not figure out how the fuck you're supposed to get down there. So eventually I'm just like, okay, I'll jump off the overpass someplace where the fall won't kill me and deal with the enemies. Man, if you're not... Like, maybe this gun sucks. If you're not doing headshots, it takes forever to kill them. Are you an enemy? Alright, this is kind of sucking. Like, they seem to be in all directions. I seem to have jumped right into the middle of the meat. Would you just die? Yeah, it won't let me target them, but they're standing right there where I should be able to, so... My allies actually taking care of them. Yeah, maybe the firepower on this gun is just garbage, but it seems like unless, like, no matter what weapon I use, if I'm not headshotting these enemies in these later drug deal missions, I'm just not doing any damage. I'm a psycho. Pendejo. Okay, I don't know why the camera decided I wanted to see that. I mean, it looked cool and all, but if anyone had been firing at me, I would have just died. I got ammo somewhere along the way without realizing exactly where. Oh, I think this is one where I don't have to use a boat, but I can.
I got the shit, yo. Let's go.
And I used a boat last time because it just allows us to get pretty close to the drop-off. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I've done this one. You don't have to use a boat, but it's actually handy to do so. Because, they don't pursue you in a boat because it's not scripted for them to.
Oh, you time to go. Get in.
Which makes it really easy to get away. You just go around via boat and you hop up on the shore and, when I did this off screen, I managed to crash the boat and couldn't go all the way. But in theory, it should be pretty easy to flee this way. I should, I'll have to switch to a car or something eventually because the drop-off point is not on the water, but I can get really close to it before being any place where enemies are likely to spawn to pursue. Unless they do spawn pursuit boats. It seems like they had a boat-oriented drug deal mission. I could not get to respawn after we failed it that one time. Alright, so far so good. It's looking like this is going to work out. So, I don't... This is a very fast boat. I don't mind taking the wide path around. There doesn't... I don't think this game has, like, a naval base or anything where... if you get too close to it on a boat, you automatically get a wanted level. There is Happiness... No, that's not Happiness Island. Never mind. I thought that was Happiness Island. We were going to have to cut inside. We are not at Happiness Island yet. We need to cut... We don't have to, but we should. There's Happiness Island, because there's a Statue of Happiness. We need to cut right before we got there just to avoid wasting time. But it's not a big deal. There's no time limit here. We just need to get it done. And it looks like we are going to do so. Ah, yeah, there you go. There are pursuit vehicles spawning but it's not scripted for them to be boats, so they're spawning in cars and, like, flipping themselves into the water or just pacing along the shore, unable to do anything to us. Damn it, JJ. I stopped to have a little fun. As long as I don't sink this thing, it's fine. Oh, wow. I'm kind of impressed they pulled that off. Well, until they didn't. I want to take my time here before because I was going to say we'll be really close to the drop-off point, but not right on top of it when we leave the boat. It might be a good idea to just let them continue to fling themselves into the ocean in their efforts.
I say the same thing to Enrique. What do you mean by that? Nothing, bro. Nothing.
What do you mean by that? I work for Enrique. You know, for a fool with a Jewish carpenter for a boss? Sorry. I'm referencing the "My boss is a Jewish carpenter" shirts you occasionally see. I don't mind the Jesus fish. The Jesus fish is a big thing on bumper stickers and car decals. I didn't mind the Jesus fish, and I did find some amusement in the Darwin fish, although it's like, okay, you're going to buy a bumper sticker to make other people upset, whatever. The truth fish eating the Darwin fish was just dumb. It's like, okay, some people made fun of you, like, just a little bit, and you decided you needed to hit back, and you didn't really come up with, like, a clever joke. You're just like, no, what you think will be eaten and killed by what I think. Anyway, well, let's see if we could just miss the pier entirely. See, that would have been a terrifying moment in GTA 3 or Vice City. Like in this game, like I would have stopped and lined that up so close. In this game, it was like I didn't mean to jump into the water like an idiot. And if this was the original Assassin's Creed, this entire port would be filled with the guys who were supposed to have leprosy or be mentally disturbed, who would push you into the water and instant death if you passed by them. There'd be some plot thing you needed to do down at the docks, and like just like gangs of strategically placed plague guys that you couldn't kill without getting in trouble. Apparently this is a really low, like the water is routinely splashing over these docks. Anyway. Oh, never mind. It said friend. They're talking about the two guys who were with me on the mission. Okay. So we really just got to find out, like, I don't even think it's worth stealing a car. I think the enemy pursuit exhausted itself, killing themselves while we were on the boat. And that we don't actually have to get a car. We can just walk the rest of the way. And how annoying that will be kind of depend. Like, it seems like we're a block or two. Probably I should have stolen a car. Whatever. Now, because cars do not respect crosswalks in this game, I'm being a little careful. I really don't want to find a last-minute way to screw this up, because we've pretty much succeeded at the final drug deal mission we need to do. This guy turns out to be a drug dealer with a suicide bomb vest who's trying to stop us from delivering these drugs. He just blows us up and takes all of our hit points. He's an infested Terran in GTA4.
Reese, bro, you always pull us through this shit. Great rolling with you ladies. Later.
Now, we didn't get any kind of special cinematic, by the way, for doing 25 out of 50. And we're certainly not going to get one for 30 either. So, and 50 out of 50 is not going to give us a cinematic either. It's just, we don't have... Had we gotten a little lucky, we might have seen some different dialogue missions that never popped up when I was recording. Like the one where you steal a helicopter, or the one where you steal a boat. Or rather, the one where it's scripted that's how you have to do the mission. The stealing the boat is required. I instead did one where we used a boat to trivialize the second half of the mission, which is cool in its own right. Man, I wish you had more car slots. This is the Comet. In this game in particular, they really make it look like a Porsche 911, which is like my sentimental favorite car of all time. Just because I had a really cool color scheme die-cast metal Porsche 911 toy as a kid. Bobo was the one who really got into like toy cars. I would be more into like action figures and like, you know, cool vehicles for like, you know, tanks and airplanes and shit. Just like little toy cars that were just toy cars was not my thing, but I did really like this one Porsche 911 black with like gold racing stripes toy car I had as a kid. So this would be my car to just, like, if I could just spontaneously generate this car and have it drive around and not have to worry about losing it and needing to reacquire one. Which in GTA 5 you can kind of do. Like, you reach a point where money is not an object and you can use your telephone to order new cars. Maybe I'll just replace the motorbike with this. I don't want to give up the Infernus because it's pretty much the best car in the game. But this would be, like, and we had a yellow Comet we got from Brucey in GTA 4, which I never used. I think I would actually drive this around if I had an easy way to replace, which I don't. I almost avoided that. It's a form of therapy that's been largely dismissed as quackery. I don't know if that's true, actually. Is electroshock still a thing? There's like documentaries about like really inhumane experiments done using electroshock in like the 60s and 70s, but I don't know if that means electroshock is like completely discredited. Anyway, it does not look like we have a weapon pickup for a shotgun. Unless they kind of spread them around the apartment. Alright, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Next time, so we might do some club management eventually on camera. Let me know if you have strong feelings about that either way. I think the first couple of minutes are always the same. Go from room to room, throw out a drunk, blah, blah, blah. Nothing particularly interesting. And then it always winds up with a thing that involves, like, a celebrity client or something special. I think those are unique. I think there's, like, only 5 or 6 of them. And it might be worth doing the club management game just to see them. But what I'll try to do in the next couple of videos is do the story missions that will unlock those weapon drops that I've been working for, because at this point I've officially done the off-screening I intended to do for this LP. Got chemo next week. I'll probably grind in Woe Fallen Dynasty, because even though I haven't made enough advancement for grinding to be efficient, I am woefully inept at that game itself and need any little stat boost I can get. Anyway, I'm the Serious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time when we'll actually do plot missions. Bye-bye.